Okay, so I've just discovered one issue when you're going from a B8 to a B8.5 seat. Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and we're back on the Audi, and this time I'm going to be replacing all this with this. Stay tuned. If you do like these kind of videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this particular one, then please give me the thumbs up. Let's go. So since buying this Audi, I've never really been a big fan of the two-tone interior. I much prefer that it would just be fully black, and so I've always had it in my mind that I'm going to replace this interior. Plus, another big thing on this interior is that it doesn't have heated seats, which for a car of this level, it's an S5, you think it would be standard, but they're not. They are an optional extra, and the purchaser of this car initially did not get heated seats installed. So let me show you the seats that I've got now. So this is the new set of seats that I've purchased. So they are off an S5 because you need them so that you've got the S5 logo in the actual seat, which I've got there. But this set here came complete with all the door cards, because this has got black trims, whereas mine has got the chrome trims on them. So I'm going to replace definitely the black trims, and it's got the inlay here. So this bit of inlay on mine is the creamy coloured, whereas on here it's black, so I need that. And also the front and rear of these seats are heated. We probably won't get the heated seats installed in this video because there's quite a bit more work involved in them, and I'm waiting for some wiring looms to come. So when those wiring looms come, I'm going to do another video on retrofitting heated seats into a car like mine, because there is a little bit more involved in that, but that'll be a good one. So keep watching the channel for a video on the heated seat retrofit. Let's go rip out the interior of that car. So let's start in the back. So first thing we're going to do is going to remove all the Isofix holes here and surrounds. Yours might not have Isofix fitted, but if it is, what we need to do is just flick off the cover, and then you need to press down and pull out from the back to get each one of these off. So as you see from that, bar is sitting in that bit there, so that metal bar sits in that bit there, so you need to press them down and then pull them forward to get them off that bar. It's got a few little clips on the side as well, which might catch on the edge, but that should just come out. So let's put these back together, because I don't know if the new seats have got these on or not. Now the Isofix is removed, the next part is to remove the bench seat at the bottom here, which is one complete bit, and it's held at the middle point of each of the passenger seating areas, left and right. So just one metal thing, and it just needs basically to get underneath and give it a good yank upwards to lift it out. So let's try that. What you might see in there is that those don't come out as easy as I would expect them to, but what you're looking at is on the back of the actual seat, you've got these here. So these clips here go into those there and lock in. They're very well locked in. So yeah, I had to use a big lever to just leave it under there just to get them out, and then they popped out, and it wasn't so bad. So that's that off. Now let's have a look at taking the back off. We then need a T30 Torx bit to be able to just remove this bolt here. Once that is removed, there's a little plate which then needs to be lifted off. Like so. So then we can lift up this side of the shorter seat, and again with a little bit of leverage just in this point here, just push it until it comes off like so. And here is the mounting point, so we just take off that piece of plastic that's basically come off the seat. You may need a very small screwdriver just to lift up some of these black plastic lugs. That's it, and then that comes off. Here you can see the actual securing pin where the other side of the seat sits in, and it's going to be exactly the same for the other side. back seats all removed. Let's now move to the front seats. So number one is let's push your seat all the way to the back. We then need to remove this plastic cover here to reveal the bolt underneath. And the easy way to do that is to get a little screwdriver at this end and lift it up from this end first, and then it should just pop off like so. So let me show you that's held on. So you've got a metal clip there, and you've got this bit of the plastic that goes underneath that metal clip. So you need to get it off this end first before you do that end. That now reveals the triple square bolt underneath. So let's take the clip off the other side. Same process as the other one, just a little bit more awkward getting the screwdriver in. There you go, so she's up and that's off. So now the cover's removed, that's now revealed the bolt here, which is an M10 triple square. Once that's complete, you then need to slide the chair forward so we can get access to the rear bolts. And straight away, I'm 20 pence better off. Hey, where we can see the bolt there and the other bolt there. So once you've removed those, I'm going to just get the seat to go a little bit further back so it's nicely in the rails that are going to come off. And then the seat should now be loose, so you just need to tip it backwards. And underneath you'll find this cover, and if you lift up that cover then you'll see you've got all the plugs for the actual seat itself. There you go. So these are just usual pushing at one side and lift up. So that is the airbag. So I'm not going to touch that one just yet because I'm going to disconnect the battery. That's the other one. So now let me disconnect the battery and then we can remove the airbag. So for the airbag one, I'm just going to push a little bit of plastic there backwards and then lift the whole connector out, because then you've got the bit here which you can then push down and remove the airbag. So you need to take the full both sides of the connector out to enable you to do that. Now all we've got left is this here, which if you squeeze both sides then that should just come out. So we now need to get this piece of plastic off, so using a screwdriver push the tab off from one side, push the tab off from the other, and then that piece of plastic should just lift up. And again, using a screwdriver, just come underneath here and raise that up, and that should then allow you to push that forward and the seat belt can be removed like so. The seat is now ready to be removed from the car. Same again while I do the other side, but I'll just time lapse that for you. Of course, while the interior is all out, it's time to give it a sweep. Okay, so I've just discovered one issue when you go in from a B8 to a B8.5 seat, and let me show you what the problem is. So it looks like the B8.5 seat comes with the airbag plug that looks like this, whereas the B8 seat comes with an airbag plug that looks like this. So totally different plug, but luckily the wires are identically the same. So it's a brown, blue and a black, and a brown, blue and a black. So what I've done, this is my B8 seat. I cut off the airbag connector from there, and then I've just soldered it. Well, I've cut off the one off the B8.5 seat as well, and then I've just soldered my B8 connector onto this. Now checked the other plugs, and the other plugs look identical to what's on the other seat, so I think it's just that one there. Okay, so that's both seats now rewired with the correct plugs on, ready to go back on the car. So let's get these fitted back in the car. So to install is going to be the reversal of the removal. So first of all, get the seat in a position where you can get to the plugs, and we're going to, with the battery obviously disconnected, we're going to plug in the airbag. So this cable clamp was missing off my new seat, so I just took it off my original seat. I'm just going to put that around there, clip that together, and that will allow me to clip my cables, secure secure them into the floor, like so. Don't forget to replace the cover. It's not a little wiring in. What we need to do is just get the seat sat down into its proper place. If you look here, you've got a locating pin. You've got one there and one at the other side. You just need to get them into the holes right next to the bolt holes at the rear, and then the seat is sat in the correct position. Now the seat's in the right position, we can now reinstall the bolts. Now let's move the seat back so we can do the front bolts. And then don't forget to replace the plastic covers. Let's do a little test, make sure the seat comes forward, which we know it does because we've used it earlier. Make sure it goes up, which it does, goes down, which it does, rest goes back and goes forward. So now we're going to put it all the way forward, and the last part is to reattach the seat belt. And then go do the other seats. So now it's time for the rear seats. So for the rear seats, you need to get that hole into the bit sticking out here, and then clip it into the centre point there. So once they've both been located correctly, now we just need to put the bolt in the middle between the two seats. And then install the rear seat and refix the ISOFIX covers. So that's the seats all now in, so the next part we're going to do is to actually get the door cards done. So let me just show you some of the tools you need to do the door cards. So we're going to need some of the following. So I've got a torque set, because I think the T15 that we'll look at when we get the panels off. The driver for the torque set, I've got a magnet here so I can pick up the screws if I drop them, a couple of panel removal tools and a small pick. I'll show you what that's for shortly. So we'll start with this back door panel first. So first of all, what we need to do is to remove this piece of trim here. Now these are like aluminium trims, so we need to be very careful we don't bend them. So we're going to start from this end, and then once you've got it all clipped, pull it towards you, because it's got those little pieces there which fit inside there, and it's also got those bits there which clip in. And that reveals a screw hole in this position here. Now next we need to remove this piece of trim here to get to some screw holes under there. So under this piece of trim is a little hole, so this is where we're going to use the pick. We're going to get into the hole and we're going to pull it. And off she comes. So there's the hole that you need to get the pick into. So that reveals the screw holes for us here, which is one there, there is one in there, there is one in there, and there is one underneath. For these you'll need a T25 torque bit. So if the screws don't come out when you've undone them, then that's why you're going to need your magnet. So I've just checked on the new door card and it looks like this is definitely one that needs to come out as well. So this is your fifth one. So now that's done, what we need to do is just unclip the clips around the edge of the actual door card using another panel removal tool. Once that's released, then just lift it up and it should come off like so. Now I have a few items to release from the door card itself. One is the actual door handle. One is my car, it's the tweeter. And the card has now been removed. Now what you might find is you might break a few of the clips That's kind of normal really. So what we now need to do is move these clips that are left in the door, and we can use them on the new card if they're missing. So once got the new panel prepped, so we've took off the parts from the other side. We've replaced all of these fixings like so, and it's ready to go back on. Just like when you took it off, the first part is to actually now connect up the two plugs and the door. So once you've hung the door back on the top edge of the door frame there, then we just need to go around and just push it and smack it into position. And that's that. So now replace the 5 holding bolts. Once those have been replaced, it's just a matter of replacing the 2 trims that we've removed. And that door is now complete. So now it's fitted, the next stage is let's just test functionality of all the buttons and switches on this door. So I'm going to start the engine. So I'm showing a low battery now, but I've had the doors open for quite a long time, so I think all of the courtesy lights have actually worn the battery down. But anyway, let's try this. So window, yep, so this window works. Window, passenger window, yeah, I can do that one. Back window, yeah, it works. Back window over there, it works. Lock, yep, unlock. Seat memories, yep. Mirror adjustments, so left mirror, yep, all good. Right mirror, yep, all good. Folding in, yep. And back to the heating position. Okay, so now next thing to test is just check that the lights are working on the KEDS lights on the doors. So yep, got that one on, and yep, got that one underneath. So this door here, yep, KEDS right there, and one underneath. And yep, KEDS light there, and one underneath. And the last door, KEDS light, and the one underneath. So yeah, all looking good. So what I'm going to do now is they're quite grubby, so I'm going to give them a little clean just to make them look better. That's it, job now done. Check it out. So there we have it. I can actually categorically say that a B8.5 interior will fit into a B8. Very, very similar. The only difference, as you saw earlier on, was the airbag plug for the front seats, which I had to change. But that was 3 wires and just a bit of soldering just to get them to fit. So yeah, very pleased with this now. I love the full black. Wasn't too happy with that two-tone before. And I love the piano black trims as well. The only problem is my centre console still has the old trim on it, so I'm going to have to see if I can get a piano black surround for the centre console, but that should be easy enough to find, so that's not a problem. But yeah, apart from that, absolutely fantastic. Loved every minute of this job. It was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All I need now is to get those heated seats working, which I'm still waiting for a few parts. but as soon as they come in, I'm going to get that video together, so that'll be coming up very soon, so keep a watch on the channel. So once again, thanks for watching, and if you did enjoy this, then please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this particular video, then please give me the thumbs up. All helps with those YouTube stats. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, take care.